So I started with lean body coaching about a little over 4 years ago, and I started off at like a size 4, but I'm down to a 00. So some people that actually know me back then have always said you were never big, but when you go from a 4 to a 00, that's a big difference. I was also at 35.5% body fat and now in between 16 and 17% body fat. I'm 4'11". Also, I started off at like 70 pounds of muscle, and now I'm around 95 pounds of muscle. I never really thought food was a big deal. I always said I'll eat whatever I want and I'll never gain weight. That was one of my things that I always did. I ate so poorly. Now I can't imagine eating poorly. This is my lifestyle. I love it. I enjoy it. It's easy. I wouldn't do it any other way. I know people that have been doing keto, and from my understanding, it's not good as far as health-wise, especially for people that have liver disease or fatty liver. It's really bad on that. I prefer carbs. It helps me feel better throughout the day. And at one time, I did try to go without carbs. And when I was doing a candida cleanse, I had to go without carbs for about 4 to 6 weeks. When starting the carbs back, I started gaining weight quick. So I had to slowly add the carbs back into my diet, and it just wasn't worth doing. So yes, I do go out to dinner, not all the time, just every now and then. And I even have alcoholic beverages, and I drink smart, I eat smart, and if you do that, you're able to manage it well. It's so easy. I get asked all the time, and everyone that I work with, my family, everyone knows how I eat. They know my diet, and my nephew especially makes fun of me, but that's okay. It's so easy, and there's no other way I could imagine living. It's a lifestyle that I enjoy. I don't think that I really thought of myself as being big back then. It's now when I see pictures that I realize how actually much bigger I was. And being 4'11", 5 pounds for me is like 30 pounds for somebody that's 6 foot tall. You guys are available 24/7, it seems. And so to me, if you break it down by the hour, we're not paying you guys much at all, and it's well worth it. You provide so much information to us. The recipes, the fat to, what to eat, what to cut out, how to divide it into the calories, all of that information is so helpful. And yes, I see you to come in for my measurements, but being on that has helped me tremendously, more than what I even thought it would. One thing that you had talked to me about, because I'm not a big fast food person anymore. Back 4.5 years ago, it was no big deal. I would eat fast food all the time. But one of the things that you asked me, what do you like to eat, that I don't eat as much as I used to, is pizza. So one of the things you told me to do is I can eat pizza, just order it without the cheese. And at first I thought you were crazy, but now if I decide that's what I want for a cheat meal, I order it without the cheese, and it's amazingly good. I started with lean body coaching about a little over 4 years ago, and I started off at like a size 4, but I'm down to a 00. So some people that actually know me back then have always said you were never big, but when you go from a 4 to a 00, that's a big difference.